Nikki, and in today's fall vibe video, I have 3 of my most favorite things: food, fashion, and decorating. Before we head out this morning, we're going to be putting together a delicious crock-pot marry me chicken recipe. Then we're going to head out to Hobby Lobby because I need to get a beautiful fall wreath for the front door. And then I'm going to be sharing with you my first fall clothes haul of the season. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. Fall is all about food for me, and I have the best crock pot recipe for you. You know, fall is crock pot season, and this recipe is a good one. So this recipe is for my version of crock pot marry me chicken. I might do it a little bit differently than you've seen recipes online because I kind of do it in 2 different parts. So we're just going to go through it step by step. It is super simple and worth a little extra effort. So for this recipe, you are going to need about, 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. And to season this, you're going to use some onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and we are going to brown this in a pan on the stove in a little bit of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And then for the sauce, you're going to need a bunch of good things. So I have some chicken broth here. You can use heavy cream, but I like to use half and half. You're going to need either Parmesan or Romano cheese. Romano is my all-time favorite, and that's what I have here. You're going to need a little bit of cornstarch, some paprika, red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, and the hero of this recipe is some sun-dried tomatoes. You'll also need some garlic, and you can use basil, but I really like to chop up a little bit of spinach for this recipe. So I have my oil and my butter all heated up in my pan, and we are just going to sear these chicken breasts on both sides before we put them in our crock pot. So I have them seasoned really well. I have them seasoned side down, and I'm going to add the same seasonings to the back of them. I'm going to cook them for maybe 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and then I'm going to take them off the heat. So it's been a couple minutes, and you can see how they are all seared just perfectly. I'm going to turn them over to do the other side, and then we're going to get started on our sauce. So I just took the chicken off the heat, and we're going to start on the sauce. So in this bowl, I am going to add 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and then I'm going to whisk in 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. You just want to whisk this until there's no lumps left. So it's going to look a little something like this, and then you're going to add this to the bottom of a prepared crock pot. So if you don't want to use a crock pot liner, be sure to spray your crock pot with non-stick cooking spray. It really does make a lot of difference in the cleanup. So once I've added the cornstarch and chicken broth mixture, I'm going to start to add the other ingredients for the sauce. Garlic always makes everything better, so if you don't have fresh garlic on hand, this jarred garlic is pretty good. I really don't have exact measurements for all of this because I really do think that you need to add your seasonings until your heart tells you to stop. Here I have added a couple teaspoons of the garlic. We're going to add some salt and pepper to taste, about 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, a teaspoon or so of Italian seasonings, and a good sprinkle of paprika. Then we are going to add 1 cup of half and half, or again, you can use heavy cream. Mix all of these ingredients together, and then we are going to add the chicken right on top. Once you have added your chicken to your mixture, make sure to dunk each piece of chicken in the sauce to be sure that it's completely saturated. Then you're going to add the drippings from the pan, which are your butter and oil, and then to the top of each piece of chicken, you're going to add the sun-dried tomatoes and be sure to cover the whole piece of chicken. Cover your crock pot and you can cook this on low for 6 or 7 hours, but I like to cook it on high for the first hour and then pedal it back down to low. This way my chicken is usually done in about 4 hours. So we are off to Hobby Lobby because I need to get a wreath for my front door, and I'm just opting this year not to make one. Hobby Lobby had some really beautiful wreaths that I saw a couple weeks ago that I really fell in love with, and I was kind of waiting around until everything went on sale, and it looks like everything is about 40% off for fall, so now is a great time to pick it up. I found the wreath that I wanted, but I always like to make it a little bit my own, even though I am not making one this year. I'm going to add a little bit more color to it, and I always like to add a big fluffy bow with some ribbon. I think that it just adds to its presence. We have a black door on the front of our house, and I think the more color you add to it, the more easily that it shows up. So this is the wreath that I chose. I just love this one. I love the shape of it. I love the sweet little pumpkins in it. And it also has some pine cones, which are my favorite. Pumpkin and pine cone combination is, to me, the best representation of the season. I think that along with the sunflowers in this wreath, the flower picks that I chose will be the perfect addition. I really like to take a basic wreath from a craft store and add a little bit more personality to it. It's the best way that you can match it up, you know, with the decor in a specific room or on the door on the front of your house. I also chose this ribbon with the black background and fall leaves. I thought it was perfect because my front door is black, and I knew that I had this beautiful burnt orange ribbon already at home. I think I found this at Michael's last year or the year before, and I know that together it would make the most beautiful bow. I'm going to add a couple flowers to each side of this wreath. You know, I never add adhesive to these flowers. I find that usually the flowers that are already on the wreath are really tight, and you can easily tuck flowers here and there, and they are very secure. I'm going to make a bow for this wreath off camera, but I will leave a link down below for my bow tutorial video. Look how beautiful the colors of fall are. You know, I grew up in a home where my mom's whole house was nothing but fall colors. The burnt oranges, deep greens, gold, black. It was so beautiful. And I keep telling myself every year that I'm going to use these colors as my home accent colors all year round. Maybe this year is going to be the year. You never know. I really think that this wreath looks great. I think that it is large enough for the door so that you're going to be able to see it as soon as you drive up, and what a great way to welcome in the season. So at the beginning of the season, I like to buy myself a couple things just to get myself excited for, for the months ahead. And I've always said fall is my absolute favorite, and I have a ton of fall sweaters and boots and scarves, but it's always fun to get a couple new pieces, just to start the season off. So I've gathered a couple of the things that I'm most excited about that I got new for the season, and I thought it would be fun to share them with you, because when I find something that I really love, I think that it's worth passing on. So the first thing I'm going to talk about are these boots. So I love boots. I think that in the fall and the winter, you just cannot do better than a good pair of boots and a skinny pair of jeans, and I think it's good for any situation. So I was looking for a pair of boots that I could wear every day, because I have really nice ones, you know, that I wear with my dresses and my skirts and when I get a little dressed up. But I wanted a pair of boots that were very casual, that I can just throw on and head out the door when we are going out, you know, for a Saturday afternoon. Originally saw these boots online a couple different places, and these are white mountain boots. I have had a couple pairs from them in the past, and they have always been, you know, super comfy. They're great to walk around in, and they seem to be exactly what I was looking for. Now, I originally saw them on a couple online stores for about $130, $140, and that was just a little too much. And then I found them on, of course, Amazon, and I got them for, I think it was like $73. They were on sale. Perfect price point for me, exactly what I was looking to spend. One of the reasons why I really liked these boots was the fact that they had a little bit of a heel. I like flat boots, you know, for an everyday kind of wear, but I do need just a little bit of a heel so my foot is not completely flat. It just is way more comfortable. And I thought this had a great little heel on it. It had a really nice toe bed, and it had kind of like a rounded, sort of pointed toe bed, which is my favorite kind. And I really loved, you know, the stitching around the foot. And the other thing I really liked about it was this little seam right here at the top. I really liked that. I thought it was really different, and it gave kind of like a little finishing touch to the boot. So I am super excited about wearing these. I can't wait for it to get a little bit colder so that I can wear my new boots. I think these are great to, you know, either go underneath my jeans, but I'm very much a skinny jeans, tuck them into my boots kind of girl. So I'm really looking forward to wearing them. I am always looking for jeans because I seem to be a very hard fit with jeans. I'm short. I've had 4 kids, so, you know, like the midsection isn't as, you know, small as I would like it to be. So sometimes finding petite jeans are really hard. So I came across these ones from American Eagle, and they are a pull-on jean that I've never really tried before. I'm always, you know, with like the zipper and the buckle, but these just looked really comfortable. I thought that the band at the top here was, you know, nice and thick, so it wouldn't be like, you know, cutting into your midsection. Now it has little fake pockets on the front, but it has a full pocket on the back here. And I thought I would try a little bit wider of a leg, and I think they call these like baby bells. They're not really wide leg, but they have a little bit of a flare here down at the bottom. So the thing that I liked most about these jeans was that even though that there's like a flare and a little bit of like a bell down at the bottom, they were not loose fitting jeans all the way up. They come in a little bit. They're more form fitting at the thigh, and that seems to work really well with me. I'm excited to wear these because, you know, I have a couple pairs of Betsy Johnson sneakers that I can't wait to wear in the fall, and I think that these will look so cute with them. It's always fun to get a couple new sweaters for the season, and I picked these 2 up from an online company called Chick Wish. And I know that you have seen these guys advertised on Facebook and Instagram, and I have been seeing the advertisements for the last couple years, and I really love their, you know, their flowy skirts that they always show, and they always come out with like really cute Halloween sweaters. And I thought I would, you know, bite the bullet, give it a try to see what their quality was like. So to be honest with you, I really wasn't expecting the best quality here. I think I was thinking more of like a Temu quality for these sweaters, but I was so pleasantly surprised. I think these are such a good quality sweater. It's like the same that you would get at, you know, any online store from like JCPenney's or Macy's or whatever. And the color is so vibrant and pretty, and I love this design. My favorite kind of sweater is either a cowl neck or a Fair Isle sweater, and I thought this one was so adorable, you know, with the little apples on here. And I love that the design goes all the way around the sweater. It is down here just above the band, you know, like your waistband, and it also shows up here on the cuffs. And this sweater I think was $39, and I really think that the quality is excellent. I cannot wait to wear it. I have a little like denim pointed collar shirt that has little hearts on it that I think is going to go perfectly with this sweater. And you know, I have such a soft spot for anything, you know, school related, and you know, apples always represent back to school for me, so I'm excited to wear this one. And then I had been looking at a sweater coat for, you know, for quite a while, and I just never, you know, pulled the trigger on buying one for myself. But on Chickwish, they had this beautiful sweater coat that I loved because it's kind of like the sweaters that I like to wear anyway, like the cardigans. They're just open front cardigan. It has this really pretty kind of flapped over collar, and it also has pockets, which, you know, you really can't go wrong with pockets. And I just thought that it was very well made. It is a nice heavyweight sweater material. It feels like it is almost like a 2-ply sweater, and it has, you know, vents on the side, so it's easy to walk and to get in and out of your car. And I loved the color of it. It's like that burnt pumpkin orange color, maybe like a rust. I just thought it was beautiful. So I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. This is like the perfect little jacket to throw on, you know, running in and out of the grocery store, you know, running errands on a Saturday. This is like the perfect type of coat that I love to wear. So those are the 2 sweaters that I got to start the fall season with. I know that there's going to be a few more coming along the line, and I will be sure to share those with you too. I'm going to leave links for you down below to these pieces that I picked up today, and I will certainly let you know how they wear. One of my favorite parts about the beginning of the season is I get a new handbag for myself. And this year, my friends at Teddy Blake were kind enough to send me another one of their absolutely gorgeous bags. I love them from like the beginning until the end. I love the way that they come in this absolutely beautiful box that you can use to keep your bag in or use it for another purpose entirely. They always come in a dust bag so that you can store your beautiful bag, so when you go to use it again, it is dust free. This year I picked the Black Ava Croc Gold 11-inch bag. Is this not just stunning? This is the bag that I'm going to be using when I'm feeling fancy, because it is just a fancy bag. Now, Teddy Blake bags are made with the most high quality leather inside and out. They are just beautiful, but they are sturdy enough that you can use these bags every day. The hardware is like jewelry quality. I love the gold accents. I'm very much a gold girl at heart. I wear mostly gold jewelry, so to me this is just the perfect match. On the back of the bag is a zippered pocket that you can use for your cell phone or your keys or something that you need to get to quickly. A nice smooth zipper is so important in a bag. Now, I really do love the gold lock on the front. I think that it is such a lovely accent. It really does dress up your bag if you want to use it, like me, for a special occasion. It has a very unique opening system, and it opens nice and wide, so it's easy to put things in and out of. And there's a beautiful suede all throughout the inside with another privacy zipper pocket. These bags always come with a shoulder strap that is just as beautiful as the bag itself. My friends at Teddy Blake were so kind to provide a promo code for my viewers today. Use the code TBMickey30 to save $30 on a Teddy Blake purchase. I will leave some links down in the description box for you and all the information that you're going to need to go online and check these bags out for yourself. This is my 4th Teddy Blake bag, and they are all beautifully unique, such high quality, and they still look brand new. So we're back in the kitchen. I'm gonna check on the chicken to see if it is done yet. It smells and looks delicious. So I always like to check whatever I'm cooking with a meat thermometer to make sure that it comes up to temperature before I remove it from the crock pot. And this is way over 200, so I know that this is good to go. So the chicken is all cooked, and I'm just going to remove it, as carefully as I can from the crock pot. I don't really want it to break up too much. I really like to serve this in these large chicken breasts. I just think that it's a better presentation. So we're gonna put them on the plate, and we're just going to set this aside, and we are going to add a little Parmesan cheese, or like I'm going to add today, I'm just going to add some Pecorino Romano. We're going to add about a half a cup to the sauce here. I'm just going to add it by hand here and just kind of eyeball it just a little bit. And as you're adding it, you just want to mix it around and allow it to melt a little bit into your sauce. And then you can also add some chopped basil to this, but what I like to add is some chopped spinach. Spinach is just one of those things that I think goes so well with just about any dish that you make, any sauce that you make. So I chopped up some spinach, and we're just going to add this to the sauce as well. And this will also wilt down a little bit from the heat, which will be just perfect. So with that cornstarch in there from earlier, your sauce is going to be getting nice and thick. I'm going to add back in the chicken, and we're going to let this cook a little bit on low, maybe for about another 20 minutes or so, and then it'll be ready to serve. This is the CROCKPOT Marry Me chicken, all plated up. I made it today over a bed of buttered egg noodles with a little bit of salt and pepper and garlic powder and a side of broccoli. This is one of those dishes that you can serve so many different ways. It's really delicious on mashed potatoes or rice, and it's one of those meals that would be really perfect if you were having some friends over for dinner or for the upcoming holiday dinner. Be sure to check the description box down below, and I'll give you all the details. So that's going to do it for me today. Be sure to check the description box for links that I mentioned in today's video, and don't forget to check the Teddy Blake promo code and take a look at those beautiful bags online. Join our communities over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bestful Life, and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.